Hey there guys, this is Wildfire, and welcome back to a brand new episode of my Skylanders Straps Let's Play from Nintendo Wii U. This is episode number 10, so hopefully in this episode we can complete chapter 10, known as Secret Source of Supreme Stink, to 100%.
Roger that, and let's just hope the Supreme Stink isn't as supreme as the name would have it sound.
Yeah, but names are very important for them, so often, if something has a name, it often means that it is like that, so it is indeed going to be of a very supreme stink. Because, why give a name to something if, it doesn't mean anything, right? And plus, this game is very, it's very common for this game to name things, like, with the most obvious names ever. And it's the same for this case right here.
It actually looks pretty nice. Oh, but that smell is awful. What do they have in there, raw sewage? Oh yeah, I guess that's exactly what they have, being a sewer and all. Okay, new plan. How about I just let you down right here?
Okay, that's a good plan, and so let's get into it already.
Try not to lose your lunch.
Yeah, by the looks of you, it's already happened for you, Flynn, so you're not looking too great, my boy. But either way, let's be shooting stuff, because, we're trigger happy right now. We love shooting stuff as trigger happy. I mean, like, this guy has so much personality in his figure alone, it's so awesome to see. I mean, like, look at that figure right there, how can you not like that figure? And if you don't like trigger happy guys, there's something wrong with you, okay? End of story. Imagine that, like a therapy for Skylanders that people hate when, how can you possibly hate them? Like Igniter, for example. If you don't like Igniter, you need therapy because there is something wrong with you. And that does include that one person who put Igniter on the top 10 worst list. How can you put Igniter on the top 10 worst list? Anyone who puts Igniter on the top 10 list from now on, well done, you've triggered me, but I don't like being triggered, so watch out. But either way, let's be listening to the scroll right here.
I actually took a pilot's license exam once. Scored 1,000.
That's not possible, Flynn.
All I did was write down my name.
Yeah, that's not how pilot's license exams work, dude. Yeah, basically what Frankenstein said right there, even though I have no idea what he said, I'm just like pretending that I do. But either way, let's head inside, and inside there's a, like, wall right here. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to grab a bomb from earlier and use it on that wall, but you could instead use a giant, and that's exactly what we're going to do, and we're going to use a giant in the form of Tree Rex. Oh boy, I'm afraid of a bark, alright. He's very intimidating, especially for enemies, I would guess, especially chompies. I'm pretty sure they'd be very intimidated by this guy, and if they weren't, then there's some brave chompies right there. But either way, we're going to be opening this chest and helping ourselves to all the jewels inside because, we love the jewels and all. And Frankenstein seems to agree with us. So let's head outside and continue with this here area of the level. So inside we go. Okay, this guy's name right here reminds me of Slam Bam, but his design reminds me of Sunburn, because his design is very similar to Hot Dog. Not Hot Dog. I keep saying Hot Dog for some strange reason. No, his design is similar to Sunburn, but his name is similar to Slam Bam because his name is Flam Bam, as you guys can tell.
Contest that ever existed. Maybe even a few that haven't. So, if you happen to see him, have him come by. I just heard about another contest, and this one is tough.
So this right here is a villain quest for Chomp Chest, so luckily for us I happen to have Chomp Chest at the ready.
Chomp Chest.
And one thing I do like about the light is that it doesn't actually take away from the light core effect, because you guys can still see the light core very, very vividly, so that's great.
Did you hear about the latest hot dog eating contest? They say it's so tough.
Why would we eat hot dogs? That's just not cool. I mean, like, Hot Dog is a living being that, like, fires at enemies. He's a good guy, so why would we eat a good guy? That's no villain redemption scheme. Nothing to do with it whatsoever. Oh, by the way, because this villain quest is about hot dogs, that's what kept me accidentally saying a hot dog instead of Sunburn right there, so that's why I said hot dog instead of Sunburn. So yeah, my mistake, my bad on that one, but hey, it's this villain's quest fault for having so many hot dogs. And oh, so these are the hot dogs it meant, not the hot dogs. Actually, because I think of it, that was very fake and made no sort of sense, but we're going to stick with it, guys, because I'm convenient like that. I'm kidding, I'm the complete opposite of that, quite literally, in fact. But either way, I love this mission right here. It's actually really fun to go around and eat as many hot dogs as possible. But it makes me really hungry every time I go, every time I do it though, so that's like the only bad thing about it. Another one right there, we almost fell off there, but we didn't, so that's what matters. Yum yum. Yeah, this guy almost likes hot dogs as much as me, and this guy can almost eat them as fast as I can, almost, because I can totally eat this many hot dogs this fast, guys. Like, one bite, and the hot dog is gone. That should so be Sillet Bang's, like, new slogan. Instead of bang and the dirt is gone, it should be bang and the hot dog is gone instead. That's what they should do for a hot dog company, if they want to be like Sillet Bang, like Sillet Hot Dogs or something like that, even though that would be a stupid name, so I sure hope that that business doesn't actually come to life, but still. Okay, let's be munching on that guy right there and heading back around for this here hot dog, because, you know, as I said before, we like hot dogs on this channel, both the Skylander and the food, because I like eating hot dogs, I just don't like eating Skylander hot dogs, that's all. Mostly because they're made of plastic, and, you know, plastic doesn't taste that good. But you guys probably have no idea what I'm rambling on about right now, so I should probably change the subject before I literally, like, cause you all to dislike and unsubscribe. Just be like, you got the most lamest commentary ever, bro, and you know what? That's probably right. But either way, let's finish off this mission first, you know. I mean, I gotta find some sort of way to finish off my crazy commentary, right, guys? Oh boy. Oh, no treasure, how disappointing. I don't think you can find treasure in these quests though, so that's a shame. Oh boy, here comes big enemies, but they're no match for us. Watch this. You see what I mean? No match whatsoever. Oh boy, there's still some left. But they dead, so it don't even matter. But hey, at least this crazy commentary of mine is, you know, at least unique, so that's important, I suppose. I mean, like, my videos would be boring if I didn't have this type of commentary, right, guys? So yeah, it makes me excited, and it also helps me to express myself a whole lot more, because that's what this commentary should be about, because that's what makes this Let's Play unique. I could just go through it like any normal YouTuber would without commentary, but no, I add in commentary to give it that more unique feel, and I personally feel like it pays off. I hope, hopefully you guys feel the same. For what? Yeah, I definitely agree with Flambam right there. That was crazy that we can't even think of a name for the situation. But either way, I do like the pun right there. Hot Diggity Dash. Not Hot Diggity Dog, Hot Diggity Dash, you know. That's what we should be calling everything from now on. Just add the word dash at the end, and that makes it automatically 10,000 times better. T-Rex Dash. Actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, it actually does work. I thought it never would work, but now that I'm saying it out loud, like I said before, it feels like it works. But either way, we need a Thlop Master right now, so we're gonna go with Mr. Dark Snapshot. Let's snap some shots of Snapshot. How does that sound, guys? Shout out to you if you remember what video I'm referencing right now. Like, it's one of my most obscure videos, so if you guys have watched it, you know, you're awesome. In fact, you're awesome just watching this video, so you know. Thanks so much for watching, no matter what video it is. I appreciate no matter what you watch. And we are in fact going to preview Echo. But yeah, I don't think you guys actually know how much I truly appreciate you guys. Like, your love and support is so appreciated, especially for a YouTuber as small as I am. Like, even for little things mean a lot to me. And that's why I love you guys, and that's why I keep on doing this, because, you know, you guys like it, so I love doing it for you guys. Okay, we're going to take this guy off because we need this guy for later, and we've already lost a bunch of health to Chompies. Why Chompies? Anything but Chompies. Chompies are the worst thing to die to. Like, I've actually died to a Chompy once before. The most embarrassing moment of my life. No jokes. But either way, Wind Up is all wound up, so he's going to help us take out these enemies right here. Boom. That badassness right there. How can you not like this guy? But one thing I do recommend about this guy is that don't take the punching path, not on Trap Team anyway, because the punching path is actually really good on the Swap Force game, but in this game it's glitched. So when you mash the Y button, what it does instead is that it charges the punch up, and so that makes him like less effective and stuff. And so, you know, I recommend you choosing the other path if you're just playing for Trap Team or any of the games after that for that matter. Because knowing these games for glitches carry over, but I actually haven't tested the other games for glitches. But yeah, I was so disappointed when I found out that this guy wasn't so great in this version of the game, because he was so great in Swap Force. But hey, I still love him nonetheless. The Wind-Up is still an awesome character, and I'm really actually glad to see him in Academy. He really deserved the spotlight a whole lot more, and so it was great to see him and all that. Either way, let's be grabbing this jewel right here, because that is very valuable, and we love value in this channel, in case you guys couldn't tell. Nice, so now let's head inside and talk to this weird dude right here. Trust me, he's weird. Yep, that's me, Vel. Yep, definitely a weird name, alright. And not only does he have a weird name, he has all sorts of weird personality traits and all sorts of fun stuff like that. No, it's very much intact, mate, don't worry. Oh, calm down, dude, we're not that unclean. In fact, Wind-Up here is a robot, so he must remain extremely clean. Why a robot needs to remain extremely clean, I don't know, but we do anyway. Okay, apparently crates grinds disguised gears. Never knew that about you, Wind-Up. Why didn't you just tell me? We would go out and destroy crates together, especially since, you know, we earn money from it and all that. Imagine if, like, you could actually earn money in real life from destroying crates, though. Like, if you could, I would just, like, go out and destroy absolutely everything I possibly could to get money. Because if you could earn money that easily in real life, I don't think anybody would, like, stay indoors. I think they would go out and actually do the things to earn him that money. And not cool, Mr. Chompy. Basically, what happened is that in the middle of my jump there, that Chompy attacked me, and so that caused me to, basically lose all of my distance and fall in. So that was not cool of you, Mr. Chompy dude. Nice, there's all them guys sorted. Okay, now let's charge up a punch. Or maybe not, maybe Verl will just rudely interrupt us instead. Stupid Verl. Even though I do like his name. His name is cool, I've got to admit. Everyone has germs, dude, so stop overreacting. If anything, you guys have got the most germs, because look at this place. It's filled with your germs and not our germs. I mean, like, you've literally been down here for thousands of years, so how much germs are going to be down here? A lot, that's how much. Okay, somehow I didn't make that jump, but hey, I'm not going to moan about that too much. It don't really matter. I mean, like, we're not damaged by the jump, by falling in or anything, so, you know, don't matter that much to me. Even though we have plenty of zombies up here that are ready to be killed, so we're going to take them straight out. And we're always going to talk to this dude right here, this handsome dude. And it was seen we have found Pain-Yatta's villain quest.
Only problem is they're all freaked out about going there. Gotta cross some real dangerous territory. And the only one they trust as an escort is the Pain-Yatta. Kinda weird, but hey. I just try to keep the talent happy, you dig?
Okay, out of everyone you trust, you happen to just trust this guy. I don't blame you, I'll totally trust a lollipop man, whose name is Pain-Yatta. Totally trust a guy like that. I'm kidding, guys, I really wouldn't.
Hey, thanks for coming, Pain-Yatta.
Either way, it's time to talk to Bag of Bones yet again, and I love that name as well. This level is filled to brim with great names, that's good to see. But they're not as great as mine, of course, because Ignite the Fire, greatest name ever. Of course, that's not my real name, but it's still an awesome YouTube name nonetheless. And more loading screens to look forward to. How exciting. Hashtag not really.
Here's the dealio. My latest singing group, the Gecko Chorus, finally cut their first single and want to deliver it to the Capybara King. It was inspired by him.
This is clearly the best band ever. Like, why would you not like the Gecko Chorus, guys? Like, I'm going to be quiet just so you guys can listen to this music right here, because it is truly outstanding. You see what I mean, guys? It's so great. And I'm not even being sarcastic as well. I legitimately like this music. I'm kidding, I'm being sarcastic. That music is not that great. But hey, it's funny how, like, we've had all of these characters in Skylanders before, and yet there's only, like, 2 bands in the entire thing. There's, like, of course, the skeleton guys, and then there's the Gecko Chorus. In fact, that's actually one of Dr. Crankcase's, like, lines in the Academy. He's like, his favourite band is, for Skelebros or something like that. I think that's what it's called. And he's like, well, then again, the only other one is Gecko Chorus, so we really need more variety. You know, that's pretty much what Crankcase, says. And, you know, it's actually a really funny quote as well, because it's true. Like, the Skylanders, as large as it is, how come there's only 2 bands in the entire thing? Okay, these guys are going really fast to us, but, hey, that's fine, I suppose. We can catch up nice and easily. But what's the point in having us as an escort if they're just going to run ahead of us, right, guys? That's, like, the most stupidest thing ever. It's almost like you meeting a celebrity only to, like... It's like you buying, like, a ticket to have a 1-hour meet and greet session with a celebrity and then only taking one selfie with them and then leaving. Like, how stupid would that be on your behalf? I mean, like, you've wanted to meet this celebrity forever and you spend, like, 100 quid on a ticket to meet them for an hour just to get a selfie with them. Yeah, that would be incredibly stupid. But either way, this mission is really, really fun. Because the music is really funny, the enemies are, it's awesome to beat up the enemies with a lollipop. I mean, like, why would you not want to beat up enemies with a lollipop, right? I mean, like, that's the most awesome thing ever. And plus, who would have ever thought that in 2017 I would be here saying, oh, let's beat up some enemies with a lollipop? Who would have ever thought that? You know, this is the kind of things that this game makes possible. And that's why it's true genius. Okay, so now let's continue to escort these guys, without further ado. I just realised that this guy isn't even from this game, and I've already showcased him more here than what I did in the SWAT Force Let's Play. But that's because in the SWAT Force Let's Play, I wanted to keep the characters until, like, we actually played the Adventure Pack they was from. But hey, it's actually starting to get hard to actually feature all of the Skylanders, because we're at level 10 at this point, and I've showcased barely 20 different ones of them. That's what we get when we have so many different Skylanders to showcase, guys, you know. Unfortunately, I can't give all of them the spotlight. And here is the Capybara King. I love that name as well. Even though the Capybara King has been around since Giants, because he was in some heroic challenges, I believe. I believe that's where his origin lies. But hey, it's great to see him again, I suppose. That's one thing I love about this game. This game reintroduces characters from the first 2 games, which are really awesome to see, to say the least.
And as promised, you will be adequately compensated.
I'm looking forward to that adequate compensation indeed. And back to the secret source of Supreme Stick we go, and yet again we are greeted with the awesomeness of a loading screen. I'm kidding, it's not that awesome. Why do I chuckle at my own jokes? It's so stupid of me. Like, that shows how lame my jokes are. You guys know your jokes are lame when you're the only one laughing at them. But another thing that people tend to do is that, like, most jokes aren't even funny. It just takes one idiot to laugh at it and then you're all laughing. Because most of the time it's human instinct to kind of, like, you know, fit in with a crowd and stuff. And so when everyone else laughs, you know, you start to laugh as well. It's human instinct, I suppose. And so, you know, don't be ashamed of that, you know. What you should be ashamed of is if you tell a terrible joke which you know is terrible and yet people laugh anyway. But most of the time, the worst jokes are actually the best ones, because some jokes are so bad that it's actually funny how bad they are. And so, you know, you're making them laugh, which is exactly what you was saying the joke in the first place to do. Oh, and what happens with this area is that you normally have a combat scenario right here. But the thing is that when you do the villain quest over there, the combat section is bypassed, so you don't actually fight the enemies that you're supposed to. And so you gotta be careful of that, because it can really affect your villain quest counter, not villain quest counter, your enemy goal counter. But luckily, I don't think it actually affects this level too much. I think you can still get it completed, even if you don't fight those enemies right there. And hopefully I'm right by that, because if I get no lives lost, but I fail the enemy goal objective, I'm going to be really upset by that. But either way, that's a simple way to complete the puzzle right there. You just simply got to direct the pulse into the correct spot. We're going to head in this general direction to start off with, because of course there's some sweet collectibles over here. And I say sweet quite literally, because Pinata right here is literally... you know, he is sweet. He's got sweets everywhere and stuff, so, you know, why not say sweet when we have Pinata and all that? Because he is sweet. And I mean sweet as in like sweet, not sweet as in personality sweet, because you know those two are completely different things. And trust me, Pinata is not personality sweet, he's just tasty sweet. But either way, let's be collecting that gold right there, even though it is kind of going to waste with a wind-up because, you know, he's maxed out, but I don't really care in all fairness. So let's get heading back over. Hopefully I don't fail the jumps this time. What do you know, I didn't fail the jumps for once. There's the first time at everything. But either way, guys, I have a little glitch I want to show you guys right here. But the only unfortunate thing is that it's going to take me forever to pull off because I've got to wait for this villain timer to drain. So hopefully it won't take me too long to drain his villain timer right here. Because yeah, what we can do is that this glitch allows us to remain as the villain forever because the timer doesn't actually run out. And I'll show you guys how to do that, because basically that means that you can play this entire level as a villain, and that's very easy to help you get the no lives lost objective, because of course, you know, villains can't take damage and your Skylanders can't take damage while you're playing as a villain, so it means that, you know, you can't take any damage, which means that obviously you can't lose a life, which makes the no lives lost objective very, very easy, nevertheless. So yeah, what you want to do is you want to get your villain counter down to the point where it's about to drain. And then when it's about to drain, you want to jump down here. So if you time this perfectly, what will happen is that they won't actually swap. And this works because basically while you're falling, you can't swap to your Skylander. And so once your villain timer is drained, while he is falling, he won't actually swap back. But the thing is that the villain themes don't actually run on a loop. So whilst you're playing as your villain, you won't have any audio. But hey, you still can't take any damage, so you know, that's for pro to this glitch. It's a really fun glitch to pull off, but the unfortunate thing is that because this is the only section with a long, like, drop-in section, it's the only level in the game where you can actually pull off this glitch. So that is a shame, to say the least. But again, it's still cool, nevertheless, and I really, really like it. Most definitely. We'll get them eventually, guys. There we go, nice. So yeah, the only way to, like, end this glitch is to either tag back into your Skylander or fall off. So basically, don't fall off and you'll be just fine. But yeah, it's kind of bland without music, so we're going to swap back now. I just wanted to show off a glitch, I didn't want to actually utilize it, because it's kind of cheating in all fairness. And I don't like cheating, I like winning, honestly. Nice, there's that guy all sorted. Yeah, you see what I mean, this guy isn't as effective in this game, unfortunately, but he's still awesome to say the least, so let's be advancing the level without further ado. That's so ironic, considering that Wind-Up is actually a toy. So it's funny how he says no more toying around when he's actually a toy himself, you know. I love the irony in these here games, it's really funny. You know, that's the great things about these games, they're very varied, so you don't just have combat, you don't just have platforming, but you also have humour, you have puzzles, you know. It's great to have variation in gameplay, because it means that there's something for everyone. But either way, let's be attacking this right here. And it also means that you're not doing the same thing over and over again, so it does prevent the game from getting boring as well, so that's why variation is important. Okay, nice, let's be collecting that gold right now. And let's grab this bridge and place it over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap out for a magic Skylander right now, and we're going to go for the classic Spyro. He's real classic, alright guys. And he's even got an awesome hat to go alongside that right there. I forgot what it's called though, I think it's a miniature Skylanders hat or something like that. And that is in fact another hat which actually made my top 10 coolest hats list, because it's a pretty damn cool hat, you guys got to admit that, right? Go on, admit it, it is cool. So yeah, let's head over here and collect our Winged Sapphire without further ado. Winged Sapphire has indeed been found. So that 2% discount is going to be very helpful later on, especially after they start accumulating a turn. So yeah, let's attack that part right there and head back over here, shall we? So now we can put this bridge back in place so we can advance to the next area without further ado. Very simple puzzle right there, but a fun one nevertheless. No, you don't remember correctly. You're totally wrong. End of story. Okay, I take it back. You definitely recall correctly. I am most certainly an awesome puzzle solver indeed. So what I recommend you guys do is you actually swap around these ones first, and then you come to this one last. Because then you don't risk, like, messing up with the pulse and all that. And so what happens is that this pulse is going to travel down here, and then it's going to blow up that piece of rock right there. But before we head out on that super bounce pad to head out to the next area, as you can see, that was a pretty neat explosion right there. But either way, if you head down here before you do that, then you will gain access to another treasure chest, which, you know, we definitely want to do. So that's why I went on ahead and did it. Because, you know, if you want to do it, just do it. That's my advice for you guys. That's advice of the day, I suppose. So yeah, let's get charging over here. Charge! I'm sorry guys, just had to do that. I love, like, crying out battle cries and stuff. It's so satisfying, so that's why I did it here, pretty much. And here is Rage Mage. For Mage that we're going to take down using Rage. We're going to use his own Rage against him. That's right, you heard it, guys. This is the only time where Rage Mode, Engage Mode is a good mode to be engaging. But either way, if you head over here, then it's actually going to turn into a magic area. There it is. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't turn into a magic area until you go into a specific part of the area. It's weird like that, but hey, it doesn't matter how we get it to be a magic area. What matters is that it is a magic area, meaning that we get special bonuses because Spyro's, of course, of a magic element. Even though he breathes fire, so, you know, I suppose that makes sense. You know, a fire-breathing Skylander is of a magic element. Tons of sense. But I suppose it's because, you know, magic is perceived as a main element and Spyro is perceived as the main character. So, of course, you know, that's what element Spyro's a part of. Nice. Okay, let's be charging into these guys. Okay, watch out for that. Nice. This is going really, really well right now. So we're going to take this guy out and then we're going to focus on Rage Mage, obviously. Oh, here he is. Time for you to go down, buddy. And luckily, we already have a magic trap in the portal, so we won't need to bother about swapping around for traps and all that. Now, die already, Rage Mage. You're annoying me right now with how stupid this boss fight is, because I hate these boss fights where the enemies move because they're so annoying to deal with. And Rage Mage is no different. He has no exception to that rule, trust me on that one, guys, because he is annoying just like all the other boss fights that like this. But hey, we'll get him eventually, guys, I'm sure. Because luckily for us, Spyro is in fact a ranged character, so that will make us able to take him out a whole lot more easier and efficiently, also. And there he is, he's finally defeated, so now let's be trapping him without further ado. I don't think Abracadabra is going to be a good spell for you, mate.
Okay. I am now going to get out of here using my rage. Stand back. No! Did that work?
Nope.
But that was so much rage.
Rage Mage.
Yeah, that was a lot of rage, but I'm sorry rage ain't enough to break through Traptanium, buddy.
I guess I'm just angry for good now.
Yes, you use rage for good.
I'll be very angry if I do not get picked here.
Well then, it's a good thing I picked you then, isn't it, Mr. Rage Mage? So yeah, this guy's a support character in the fact that he's not actually very good at fighting enemies, but what he is very good is he's very good at supporting characters. So if you create a stress ball right here, what it does is it increases your Skylander speed and power. So it's going to help us take out these enemies a whole lot more faster, and it'll also help us avoid their attacks at the same time. So, you know, he is a useful support character, he's just not the best one. Like, I prefer Broccoli Guy because he can heal you, which is much more useful than making your Skylander faster and more powerful. But either way, let's get spinning this thing right here.
Great balls of goo! You did it!
Yes, I did indeed.
I'm beginning to wonder if you might be of some relation to these legendary Skylanders.
Yeah, so it's just playing as a legendary Skylander at the beginning, known as Legendary Trigger Happy. And in fact, Spyro is in fact related to a legendary Skylander because there is such thing as a legendary Spyro. But either way, that jump right there, do not miss it, because if you miss it, you will not be able to return to this fire zone. So if you miss that jump, Oh, you gotta restart my entire level again just to complete the fire gate. But either way, as for this fire gate, we're gonna go with Wildfire, who is trying to shield you from a camera, but it's not working too well for him. But man, I'm showing you that shield because that is one badass shield. It looks so awesome. I mean, like, look at that thing right there. Okay, so what you want to do is that we want to use bombs to blow these things up right here. But I got an even better idea. As I said before, giants are also able to break down these walls, and so we're going to use a giant because it's going to be much more faster and easier for us to complete this area with, rather than using the bombs everywhere. Or at least I think they work in this area. I'm not too sure if they do or not, though, to be completely honest. But hey, I'm sure we're about to find out, right, guys? Yep, they work just fine, so that's cool to see. But we're going to use this bomb purely because I want to watch the explosion. Because who doesn't like explosions? And if you was the answer, what is wrong with you, dude? Why do you not like explosions? Explosions, they'd be so cool. Oh, and I'm sorry if you guys can hear someone sawing in the background, you know. But unfortunately, I can't prevent that kind of stuff. So if you hear in the background again, I do apologise about that. But it's nothing I can prevent, so you're going to have to deal with it. But either way, it's incredibly loud for me, so hopefully the camera doesn't pick it up. But luckily for us, my camera doesn't tend to pick up audio too far away from it. So hopefully you guys can't hear it in the background, but if you do, then that's really unfortunate, to say the least. But hopefully you guys are nice and can deal with it. I'm sure you guys are. Because as I said before, your support is really appreciated, and with the support you give me, I'm going to assume you're all good people. That and the fact that, you know, there's way more better people good people out there than what there are bad people, because, you know, I am so glad to say that in society there are more good people out there than what there are bad people, and I'm so proud to be saying that. Because you're more likely to run into a nice person from day to day than what you are to run into a mean, horrible person. And, you know, that's good, because you're so better off hanging out with nice people than you are with bad people, most obviously, because bad people are, you guessed it, bad. But either way, we're going to grab that pizza right there, because who doesn't like pizza? And if the answer is you, yet again, what is wrong with you? And if you guys both hate Igniter, hate Trigger Happy, and you don't like pizza, then you guys need some serious therapy. And I'm not even joking around at this point. Trust me, you guys need it. I'm just kidding with you guys. It's all about opinions, you know. You guys can dislike a Skylander if you want to. The only time where you guys are wrong is if it's Igniter, because Igniter is universally loved. If you guys don't like Igniter, that's hate crime. Like an Igniter is not an opinion, it's a universal thing. In case you guys couldn't tell, I was also joking about that. Because of course opinions are special, and you should embrace other people's opinions. And so that's what I do. I embrace your guys' opinions, and if you guys have a different opinion to mine, that's great. That's great to see. I love the fact that someone else can have a different opinion to mine. You know, it's what makes us so special and unique, and it's something that we should embrace and not like use against people. But of course, with that being said and done, there is an exception to this rule. I will not respect your opinion if you do not like Igniter, because Igniter is flipping Igniter. Like I've said several times, he's awesome. And like I've also said several times, there's something wrong with you if you do not like him. Because how can you not like a Skylander who's that awesome, right guys? Oh darn, I was about to say let's watch out for the geysers, but I ran into them anyway. Mostly because I'm a rebel, like that. And speaking of rebels, have you guys seen the Star Wars Rebels movie? Because, truth be told, Star Wars Rebels was actually the first ever Star Wars movie I saw in cinemas. And that's because the prequel trilogy was out too early for me, so of course I never had a chance to see them in cinemas. And look at this. T-Rex is currently going through his walking animation, even though he's not even walking. Do the moonwalk, 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 do the moonwalk, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's so awesome. This has been an awesome episode so far. I've been enjoying it so much. Love this level. But anyway, as I was saying before, yeah, the prequels for Star Wars were too early for me, so I never managed to see them in cinemas because there's only like 1 or 2 at the time, and that's too young to go to the theatres and cinemas and stuff. And if you take someone who is younger than 3 to the cinema, then you are both wasting your money and you're wasting the other people's time, because the most likely thing is that they're going to end up crying halfway through, and that really ruins the experience. Why would you bring someone younger than 3 to the cinema? Are you seriously that desperate to see a movie? No is the answer. Okay, he starts with Hoodsicle, so we're gonna bring in Dreamcatcher to take him out, or at least deal some damage and take our Hoodsicle at the same time. You know, win-win situation and all that. Boom. But yeah, and then as for Star Wars Force Awakens, I never actually managed to get around to the cinema to see that before it was like finished. So unfortunately I did miss that in cinemas and we didn't watch it until it came out on DVD. But Star Wars Rebels, however, I did in fact see in cinemas, and that's why it was actually my first Star Wars movie which I actually saw in the cinema. But either way, we're going to use Pinata right here because they will cancel each other out due to the fact that they was that one of them was 2 attack and 4 defense, and the other was basically just that vice versa. So that basically just means that they, you know, cancel each other out and all that. I wasn't really going to use Hoodsicle right there, but we're going to use Frankenstein instead. And there we go, you see, as I said, they cancelled each other out. Over the course of 2 turns, that is, however. Okay, we're going to use this guy right here so that then we can take him out without using up our, like, more powerful stone right now. Yeah, I definitely would appreciate some spiciness right now, Chef Pepper Jack, because I love spicy foods. It adds so much flavour, and, like, spice is awesome pretty much because of the flavour that it does add. And so we're now on round 6. And we've got Shield Shredder right here. But what I'm going to do is going to play my Hoodsicle because that's enough attack power to take his health down to 0, and that's the aim of the game. Aim of the game is not to take out all of the stones. The aim of the game is to take down his health to 0, and that's what I did successfully, and so that's what matters, I suppose. And yet again, we got a nice hefty sum of gold for that, so I'm definitely appreciating that to say the least. Yeah, that's a really good picture of T-Rex's butt right there. I really wanted to see that, totally. Hashtag not really. And hashtag, do not use the hashtag because that's probably an actual hashtag. And why the hell I just said hashtag after the sentence, I don't know. It's just like my weird habits of saying hashtag before and after everything, I suppose. But either way, that glitch I told you about before, you can use it in this area as well. But I'm not going to bother doing that because I've already shown you guys the glitch once. So let's get jumping down it already. Sure, T-Rex is enjoying this right now. Whee! Yeah, that was T-Rex. Literally, it wasn't me, guys, because T-Rex can speak like that and all that. That would be pretty cool, though, like, if Skylanders could speak to you, if Skylanders had speakers, just like how the speaker in the Traptanian portal works when you have villains on in the portal as well. Like, that would be cool if Skylanders had those speakers. But the thing with Skylanders 7, if there is going to be one in 2018, I don't care about new gimmick. I don't even want new characters, I just want a new game. Because they already have enough characters as it is. So all what they need to do is re-release a select few. Like they did with the Champion Packs in Skylanders Imaginators. And then boom, you have a new game, which you don't need to spend too much time and effort getting new characters for. You just need to spend time and effort making the game good. And trust me, that'll make just as much money. And I would be totally alright with that. Because all I want is a new game, guys. I don't care about gimmicks, I don't care about characters, I just care about the gameplay, and that's what I want to see more of, and that's why I hope we get a new one in 2018. So, you know, yours hoping. But let's be previewing this guy without further ado. Yeah, I'm sorry if it's lagging for you guys right now. Unfortunately, there isn't much I can do about that. Because there is limited things I can do with YouTube, mostly due to my equipment or lack thereof. But hey, I make the best with what I have, and in all fairness, with what I do have, I think I do very, very well with it. And another thing is that, of course, when I started YouTube 8 months ago, was it 8 months ago? No, it was 6 months ago. No, it was actually 8. 8 months ago. I was, of course, really unprofessional. I didn't really have much good commentary. I didn't have good video or audio quality. But since then, I've improved so much, and you guys would see that. Go back and watch my second ever video, and you guys would know how like unprofessional I was back then. But now, however, I'm so much more professional compared to back then. And the Let's Plays is a good summarization of that, because look at my editing now compared to what my editing was like back then, and you guys will see the difference, I can guarantee you that much. And I'm sorry for all these shameless plugs and all, it's just that, you know, I suppose this is the first thing that comes to my mind, and you know, the first thing that comes to my mind is basically what I end up saying. Because that's really what live commentary is, really. It's just the first thing that comes to your head. Because hopefully the first thing that comes to your head is the best thing that can come to your head. And if it ain't, then that's just unfortunate, you know. But for the most part, commentary tends to be quite good. Especially when it's mine. Not arrogant whatsoever, am I, guys? But, yeah. Basically, that's pretty much what I wanted to say, and now that I've said it, let's move on to a new topic, pretty much. But what should the topic be? I don't even know. That's a problem with me. I want to move on to new topics all the time, but I can never think of the best new topic to move on to. But as right now, we're going to open up this hat right here, very basic water zone, this one, and we got a awesome shower cap from that. Of course we're going to wear it. It's got flowers on it, and flowers are awesome. How come every time I say I want to wear a hat, I don't wear the hat, and every time I say I don't want to wear a hat, I end up wearing the hat? It's almost like my mind automatically contradicts what I'm saying. And if I do, that'd be super cool. It's almost like I do things without thinking about it. And if you guys can do that, if you can do it without thinking about it, that's really great ability, and well done on your behalf for doing that, because that's actually really hard, but it's really awesome when you can do it. And I can actually do it for certain things. I can do it for kickboxing, for example, because kickboxing, I'm so good at it, I can literally do it without thinking. And I suppose that's why I'm a black belt at this point, right, guys? But really, I've been training for my black belt for 7 years, and so I really, I've earned the right to really brag about the fact that I have it. So it isn't really wrong that I brag about it, because, if you guys have spent your whole life to try and achieve something, and then when you finally achieve it, you've earned those bragging rights, so you deserve to brag about it. But bragging, bragging is alright as long as it doesn't mean insulting other people. When you insult other people, that's when bragging is wrong. Yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Let's kill some enemies already. Snapshot likes killing enemies. Yeah, I got nothing to be exposed off, so that's not going to go too well for you guys, I can guarantee you that much. Boom. Why am I aiming in the complete opposite direction of where the enemies all are? So silly on my behalf. Boom, there we go. This is working out quite well for us indeed. Yeah, I forgot how good I was at this game, honestly, so let's bring in our octopus thingy. I forgot how long we can actually hold this for, though. By the way, that wasn't me, that wasn't the attack finishing, that was me letting go of the X button, because who knows, I chose for, water vortex path for this guy, so maybe that path allows you to actually use this thing infinitely. I don't really know too much about that, however, though. Man, it's actually a really powerful path. I actually really like the path as well, but I still do prefer the other path for this guy, personally. Boom, got him. Boom, take that, dude. And we're also going to let these guys take this as well. Yeah, this guy's soul gem power, which is basically the power I'm using right now to press the A button in the air. It's basically a really powerful attack because you can defeat enemies from all around you, so it's very, very useful to say the least. And definitely one of the better soul gem abilities of the entire game, I'd say. And let's bring in Rage Mage because we're going to need his support right now. Nice. Okay, instead of bringing Rage Mage, we're going to swap out because I don't want to risk losing this guy because I want that no lives lost objective pretty much. So as for now, we're going to go with... Should I go with Flameslinger or Hex, guys? I'm still deciding. Let's go with Hex, see how she goes. And if she didn't go too well, then I'll swap out for either Flameslinger or Whamshell, because they're currently my backup right now. My health is no longer low, dude. I swapped out for a new character, and we have leveled up. How convenient. We now have 780 health instead of 750, which isn't much help on Nightmare mode because enemies deal so much damage. But if we end up, at a point where we only have, 30 health, it means that level up literally saved our life. Either way, let's use Rage Mage to take out this Rage Mage right now. You know, why would we not want to do that? Okay, there we go, let's just push him off. Yeah, this Hex is really powerful. Boom. But the only problem is that she can also get hit quite easily. Okay, let's release that right now. And hope that they are useful in our objectives to take out these enemies. Ow, you hurt me. Not cool, mister. Not cool at all. Oh, and that also hurt me. But hey, we had 25 health left, so that, like, that there level up literally did save us, because if we didn't have that level up, we would have been defeated right there. So thank you, leveling up system. I highly appreciate it. And we're going with light core Amshell right now, because I knew the light core effect would help us take out all the enemies around us. That's why I went for this guy in specific. Okay, not cool, dude. You're going down for that. In fact, you was going down anyway, but now you're going down even more. Okay, take... oh, I was about to say take this, son, but for some reason my combo didn't work there. I think maybe it's because I was hit by the goop. Yeah, I kind of got the memo there, dude, but either way, we're going to grab this pizza right here, because any health gained is any health, like, useful, I suppose. You know, it's important to gain health whenever you can, because of course, you know, we want to avoid that. We want to avoid losing a life at all costs. Because if we are successful in that, then that basically means that we complete the no life lost objective, which is an objective that I really want to basically collect. So yeah, there's them guys all struck in with the power of our mighty lightning. Reminds me of the mighty Thor, I suppose. Okay, not cool, dude. Not cool. Yeah, I can't actually notice the difference between my Rage Mage and the, like, fake Rage Mage right there. We have an imposter right here, so we're going to push this guy off the edge a bit like we did with the last one. Nice, there's that guy all sorted. Yeah, again, screw the gold, we don't really need the gold because this guy's already maxed out as it is. This guy's actually doing really well right now, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Nice, there's that guy all sorted. Yeah, I forgot how good Wamshell is. Like, I actually said he was actually pretty bad in my water rank video, but ever since I've been playing with him a whole lot more, he's actually not as bad as I originally thought. So yeah, definitely slowly but surely gained a bigger liking of this guy. Yeah, let's get into this guy, shall we? Okay, we're going to swap out for different Skylander right here because, you know, this guy's low on health and all that. And so I feel like a Trap Master will be very helpful for us. So we're going to go with Crypt King. Well, to be specific, Natural Crypt King, because he looks so much more better than regular Crypt King. I mean, like, look at him. That paint job is glorious and it's so detailed. It's, like, awesome. I mean, like, look at this. That's most of his health gone already. Well, it would be if Crypt King wasn't actually blocking the path. Oh, darn, but we are, like, very quickly losing health right here. Oh, boy, that was not good. Did we lose Crypt King right there? I'm not too sure. Oh, damn. If we did, I'm going to be very, very upset. So let's bring in Bushwhack instead. That's what I get for being cocky. The moment I'm cocky, I end up going downhill. So I've got a really good idea, guys. How about I stop doing that? Take my tree. Oh, darn, that was the wrong button. Okay, take my tree. For real this time. You see what I mean? Nice tree, isn't it, guys? Boom, we got him. So now let's bring in our Dark Trap. Yeah, I do think Natural Crypt King was defeated there, so I am highly disappointed myself for that. But who knows, maybe it didn't count because maybe I took him off in time, but it probably did. But hey, I'm sure we're about to find out, right guys? And that's the exciting part of the end of the level, I suppose.
What did I ever do to deserve being locked up in a trap like this?
A lot of very, very bad things do, trust me on that.
You already have. Fisticuffs trapped. Sounds like it's time for me to switch stances then.
Yes, it is indeed. Oh, by the way, I really love this sculpt for Trap right here. This is really, really awesome sculpt. It looks really awesome. And Fisticuffs is coming out swinging, apparently. And yet again, we have the villain theme in the background of this cutscene right here, so that's awesome. So I'm going to shut up so you guys can enjoy that. Especially since this villain theme is awesome.
How's about shutting down this stuff? You know they're stealing this stuff for evil out there, right? That's funny. It's the #1 selling air freshener down here. Real Flynn.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but Flynn, I actually agree with you for once.
Stopping those evil goose stealers.
And in fact, I've never agreed with anything more in my life.
Right. Smell you later.
Smell you later, alligator. Why didn't he say that? That would have been so much more cooler on his behalf. But yes, we did indeed fail for the lifestyle objective, which is so grind gear in. Like, we got so close and yet so far away. But either way, we did rank up successfully, so that's great to see. And yet again, we have Return of the Chainsaw Man. That's great. Yes, yeah, I do hope you guys can't hear that in the background, but if you do, yet again, I apologise. No, seriously, shut up, Mr. Chainsaw. I'm not sure if you guys can hear this over the cutscene, which would be awful if you could. And unprofessional as well. I hate being unprofessional. Thank you, Chainsaw Man, for eventually stopping.
Wait, I have a solution. We can replace the stinky goo with this. Oh, a slice of cheese? Ah, that's not nearly sticky enough. Ah, but it will be. In about 10,000 years. The older cheese gets, the worse it smells, you know. What lot of good that does us now? Don't you see? All we have to do is bury this now, then go into the future to get it. And by then, the stinkosity factor will be off the charts. But, naturally, to travel through time, we're gonna need a portal master. What? Is that all? I hate to inform you, mate. There's only one portal master in Skylands, Chaos. We just gave him the boat. What are you waiting for? Both of you! Retrieve Chaos at once. I want the key!
Okay, one thing I want to know is that Portal Masters can indeed time travel, and Chaos is a Dark Portal Master, meaning that he still has the ability to time travel. So why doesn't he just travel back in time and change anything that he got wrong, so then he can beat us? You know, that's very silly of him.
What's this? Why, it's a postcard. And it's from my old Willikin factory. Grand reopening of the Willikin workshop, now under new management.
You own a Willikin factory? Well, happy reopening, I guess.
Save it, fool. It must be those stupid Doom Raiders. Ooh, this is the last straw.
Hey, Skylanders, you're gonna want to go check that out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we will, but we're going to need to do that on the next episode, guys, because this one is coming to an end without further ado.
When I teach a lesson, brother, it stays taught.
Well, apparently so. But either way, with all that's done, I'll be seeing you guys in the next episode. But until then, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.